to make a movie from this book, I think it's important that you don't get locked into the language, the words. Uh, Basically, what I did is whatever I read the book for the first time, that gut feeling, how I connect to it, I try to give you that feeling I get. So it's, as you know, a big part of the movie that doesn't have language is all visual, sight and sound. So I try to give you a cinematic experience that's equivalent to how I read the book. Of course, this is a thought-inspiring book. Um, and it inspired all kinds of thinking. This is just my thinking. And when I do the movie, I think it's important that I don't make statements of how I receive it, but rather treat the movie as a provocation. You have to make up the story. To me, the most difficult part of the movie, of course, we have kid, water. We'll get lucky with this kid, and tiger. And then I have 3D. But the most, after all, the most difficult thing is still I'm telling a story. And the book make a philosophical point about theology and zoology. It examines illusions. To me, that's the hardest. How do you create illusion, especially with so much money? It's an expensive movie. It has to be a mainstream movie. How do I examine illusion within the illusion I created? I think that's a sheer cinematic question, a very tall order. I've been honest with you. I've been very stressful for the last 4 years. The pleasure is working with them. Each time you see a shot, that's working. There's a tremendous pleasure. But most of the time, I was like pie drifting across the Pacific with a tiger. Something always scares me. Sometimes something always keeps me insecure. But I think that's what's required. No pain, no gain. Without suffering, without confusion, without being tested, you don't really know what you think about the spiritual world or the essence of our existence. So to me, this is a very profound experience. But on the surface, it has to be adventurous and fun and elusive. I think that's the biggest challenge. I think we have some filmmakers here. That's the challenge we face all the time. How do you keep all the audience within a black box, share a story, and share the wisdom of a story that gives you, share that structure that the story contains that seems to have, brings meaning to life. Otherwise, it's just senseless. So I went through that journey. It's a long story. I cannot give you short answers, but it's a very rewarding experience.
Okay, I see a hand. Okay, there's a lady standing there. Yeah.
This is directed to Ang Lee. I was wondering if you could take me through how you cast. Hi, up here. I was wondering if you could take me through how you cast each and one of the wonderful actors that are sitting next to you right now.
The first one I cast was actually this guy here, but I could not decide until I decided on the young one, because the young one carries most of the pictures. Irfan, I know him. Irfan and Tabu, I know them from their previous work. They're like the treasure of world cinema. People know, like me, we know about them. It's a privilege to be able to work with them. So I have them in mind, even though I haven't talked to her. Irfan just passed New York, where I live, so I get to meet him. And I say, "Do you want to be in my movie?" And the answer is yes. And we didn't say much after that. I think it goes both ways. It'd be great if it worked out. We'll see who we cast. I hope in the framework. And I was very lucky. After I got Suraj, the moment I got it, I remember like 5 o'clock, I decided to go with Suraj, and 6 o'clock, I brought both of them to the hotel, stay to meet. Here's your parents, and Suraj was like, he almost passed out. So it's kind of a no-brainer, and same with Tabu here. I love her work, and now she's just like an angel to me.
You must watch her South Indian films. She is excellent, song and dance films. Have you seen her song and dance films?
Yeah, it's one
That's
movie I
very
saw. She played a woman cop. It's a crazy movie. She's running around in a shopping
That's
mall.
where I made all my money.
I don't know. If it's, and then she get killed midway in the movie in a butcher shop. But really, what it did for me was Namesake. It's a great movie. They both have world-class performance. So there's no need to talk to them. Just like, do you want to be in the movie? They're like, yeah, whatever. That's pretty easy actually. It's unfortunate. The next is I decided on Suraj. Because there's no 16-year-old movie star in India, so I decided I have to go fresh. We have an army of Indian agents. They go to every high school and ask, do you want to read? They're not allowed to say what movie is it, but read. So we read about 3,000 young men, aged from 15 to 19. And then I saw the tapes, and we got through 3 rounds to get to 12, and I get to meet them here in Mumbai. So each one of them I spent time with them. When I saw Suraj, because he used to have that goofy glasses with him. He did good reading, but he looked kind of goofy. I thought Pies might be a bookworm, genius kid. Maybe he can look like that. So every time it's an afterthought. Maybe that kid's attacking him alone. And finally, I saw him. I said, "Take off your glasses." He took it out. I said, "Oh, man. It's a very soulful face." That I have the Padme on my head. I just know it. I could feel the karma, the vibe that the camera would like this kid, and I hope it worked out. And I did a reading. There's a second story. It's 2 pages monologue. I asked him to do it, and then I asked him to do it again. I gave him 6 situations. So the mother you mentioned here is your mother. I gave him equivalent equation of each character meant to him. And he's one of those talents. Once you set him in a situation, he just stay there. Every molecule of him respond accordingly. It's quite a miraculous reading. Midway, he started to cry, and it was really poignant and heartbreaking. I know I have the kid. You see, until I see him, I couldn't see the movie. I began to see the movie. So I believe that's fate that brought us together. And as I introduced to you, for 5-6 months, the kids never misbehave. Real reliable, soulful, always available for us to make the movie. Never get sick. Never. He was in every shot. Never get injured. You see him get thrown around. He did every shot. We didn't have a stunt double for him. So it's quite a journey with Suraj. That's something very special. And then individually, I started to cast. The part of the father is somewhat difficult because he has to look somewhat like the same family, believe it or not, family, and I need a good actor. Pretty regular casting procedure, and I met Adil, great actor, theatrical actor, but he seems to do movie very well too. I'm very, very, very fortunate. This is like a treasure of India for me.
Thank you.
This is Faridun Sherer from BollywoodHangama.com. This side. Mr. Angli, congratulations for fantastic footage that you have shown to us. Thank you very much for that. It's fantastic. My question to you is that generally, in the eyes of the West, Indians have a certain stereotypical image that has had for many times. We've seen the movies as well that come out from the West. Now, do you think that you're the first Asian to have won Best Director Hollywood Best Director Oscar Award? Do you think that somewhere the stereotypical images about the Indians and the Asians are changing because you're actually showing a hero? The guy is Suraj is like he's coming across as a hero in the film. Like he's the main protagonist. He's actually just overpowering against all odds. Do you think that maybe the stereotypes about Indians and Asians are changing in the West?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think we have to create. It's very important we create such materials. You see, nobody have the distribution power and the industry to make mainstream movie like Hollywood. So what happened lately is not only we go to Hollywood, but we also influence them. We create material that's both unique and universal because Hollywood makes mainstream movies. This phenomenon of exchange and going east to west already happened since I started out my career. For 20 years, I think it's quite popular in the cross of art house theaters. I think for the better taste art house, it's happened for a long time. I think people outside of America make some of the most interesting movies. Acting, material, storytellings, all alike. It started happening in Hollywood. I think it'll be more and more. But at this point, we still have to go there, and starting from there. And you know, I come here to make a movie, use the cast here, and the actual ocean part I did in Taiwan, and I did my own editing, and the visual effects actually spread out everywhere. The headquarters is in LA, but actually a lot of the artists were here in Bombay. So I think that the world is getting smaller, and Asia is definitely rising. I think just actors, talents are not enough. I think most importantly, we have to create material, first of all, special in our own way. Secondly, being universal, it can be accepted throughout the world. Yeah, it's happening. I think it's. I've been very fortunate since I started my career. I've been catching that wave. First art house, now mainstream.